Hello everyone. I am so glad you have joined me today. I love sharing my ideas with you and I hope I inspire you with today's creation. I am in love with the Celebration stamp set Darling Donkeys. These guys are so cute. Oh my gosh. And they make fun cards. So I decided to take this week and make some cards using this set. Now, to get this set, you have to order $50 worth of product, and then you get to choose it for free. So it's a free set with a qualifying order. So check it out and order your set. All right, here's the card I'm going to show you how to make today. Isn't it just so cute? I think those guys are adorable. Oh my goodness. Now, I have to tell you, I colored these with the blends. I am not the greatest colorer with the blends, but that's okay. I had fun. So let's get started so that you can make this with me. All right, I'm going to move this over like so. All right. I decided to do a little frame cutting, for lack of a better term. And I also used a free Celebration item, the Flower and Field Designer Series paper. I love this paper. Oh my gosh. I've ordered a second package of it because it is just so pretty. This is again for a $50 purchase. So, you know, you can get it and use it and have some fun playing with it. There are a ton of beautiful cards out there with this. So don't wait too long because Celebration ends in at the end of this month. All right, what I did was I took a piece of that big flowered paper and then using my layering circle dies and this one, which is over here, it's the smallest one, the next one up, I cut out 3 circles like so. Then I took and I put my paper onto, you need a Whisper White's piece, and both of these were 4 by 5 1/4. I took a piece of white. I gotta quit saying Whisper White. I'm just gonna call it white. All right. Using a pencil, we want to take and trace around the inside, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just to get an idea of where things go, so you don't go too far off kilter. All right, now I used a mechanical pencil and I went really light with it because what you have to do is you're going to ink up your little guy right here, and this is the one that's sitting down. And I'm going to ink it up with basic gray. And the reason being is basic gray, this is the old formula, is very similar to Stays On. It doesn't move or bleed or any of that. So I'm going to ink this up with basic gray. But here's what I'm going to do first. I am going to figure out where this is going to be. And I am going to kind of mark it here and here, and I'm gonna erase this piece in the middle because once you stamp you cannot and color over it, you can't erase the pencil lines. They're there. So I just made a little mark and I took out the piece at the bottom. Let's see, you can't even see that pencil mark. And I'm going to pull in a scrap piece of paper that looks pretty bad, but that's okay because this one is going to go off. And I'm going to get ready and I'm going to stamp my image. So I'm gonna stamp it, and I'm putting his ear as close up there as I possibly can, like so. All right, that tells me how far down I need to color him, is what that pencil line is for. Just for placement and how far down to color, because you don't have to color the whole thing, it's going to be hidden. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one, like so. All right. All right, now, time to do some coloring. And I'm pulling in my gray granite blends. And I'm going to start with the dark gray granite. And I'm going to do his ear, and I'm using a very light hand. And I'm going to do his muzzle. And just above his muzzle. And his other ear. And that's all I have to do. Then I'm going to come in with my light. Oh, I forgot. I got to do his hair. And I may have done this wrong. We'll find out, won't we? All right, now I'm going to put the lighter color underneath on his ear. And then I'm going to go in with my marker. And I'm trying to bleed that out. And I should have done the light first. So we'll go back and do the dark. Okay, I need to see if let me see. Okay, I'm okay. I didn't know if I needed to do his hooves. Now I'm going to go in with the dark. And I'm just going to kind of do around the edge lightly. And I'm going to go back over it with the light one. I'm going to do it again only because that one wasn't bleeding out. All right, now I'm going to go down here and I'm going to do the bottom one. I'm going to try this one the way I should have done the top one, and we'll see if it makes a difference. So I'm going to color him. I am going to color his muzzle. All right, and I'm going to come back with this. I'm going to do his ear, his hair, his other ear. I'm going to add some to the back of him and around his muzzle. And now I'm going to go back over it with the light one. I'm going to do his legs because if not, they look kind of funny. All right, so there we've got it. So he's colored, and I will tell you, I didn't think it showed up well. So I take, this is basic gray, and I need, no. Did I use basic gray? I think I did. Yes, I did. I went back over it with the basic gray just because it wasn't showing up differently. So don't even bother, just do it with a basic gray. All right, so there he is all colored. Then we're gonna take our Hey Friend and we're gonna use Flirty Flamingo. And we're going to take and we're gonna stamp that right in the middle, like so. And then I used the Petal Pink and I stamped the stars, I don't know what they are, around it. I just wanted some interest. So I just stamped them all the way around just to give it some interest. And that's it. Now we have to erase our pencil lines. So I'm going to go back up here to the top one because if I hit it, it should be dry. And I'm going to erase those marks off. And I'll do the bottom one next. I'm giving that ink time to dry. All right, and see, nobody knows you drew the lines. Now I'm going to erase this one. But if you stamp on top of it, you cannot erase it because it's buried underneath. So be very conscious of that. All right, so we've got that. Now, this is going to go on like so. Isn't it so cute? Oh my goodness. And what you need to do is I wanted to pop this up. So I pulled out all my pieces from my dimensionals, these weird pieces you get when you cut it all apart. All right, and the first thing I did was, I may have to go looking for some more. I'm going to take and cut this piece off. Move these out of the way, like so. And we're just going to cover this background with the dimensionals. All right, and I'm going to put this one down here because it's got a little bit of a piece that will help me there. Now I need a piece up here. This is, I don't know if this is too big or not. Let's find out if I can get it up there. Woohoo, I can. So I put that piece in there. And I have that little tiny piece, and guess what? I have a little tiny piece right here. So I'm just going to take and continue to add my pieces, and you can just follow along. I'll speed it up. Okay, I've got pieces everywhere, and I think it's pretty well supported. This one might need one here. I think I'm going to add just a regular dimensional, cut in half in there. All right, now I got to take all my backs off, and I'm not going to bore you with that. I'll speed that up also. Okay, all of my pieces are off and I'm ready to put this down. Now the key here is to make sure you put it down the right way. What I did was I bent it in the middle and I lined up my top, because if you don't bend it, it all falls down and it doesn't line up. Now it's off just a little bit over here, but I can take my paper snips and trim that up a little so that it doesn't show. All right, so there it is. We're gonna add that to a pool party card base. Quick and easy. And use the glue of your choice. All right, and I have the Tombow. And I'm going to put this down, and I chose the Tombow because it gives me a little bit of wiggle room to get it on there straight. And then you need to take a block and you want to put it on there long enough for it to grab, so not very long. But while you're waiting for that to grab, you can stamp and color the inside and your envelope. All right, so we'll give it a few more seconds and then we're done. We can add in some rhinestones because I thought it needed some bling. Okay, I think I'm in pretty good shape that if I hit it, it's not going to be a problem. And I'm going to use the small ones. I'm going to use some of these over here that I can cut. This and this are the same size, but I like to cut these strips apart and use them. And since I need 5, it works out perfectly. All right, so I'm going to take that one and add that there. Now again, this is the old way they used to package the I can't think, rhinestones. When I had extra money or on my order or using my hostess point dollars when I placed a huge order, I would order a bunch of these because I go through them like water. All right, so there's the card. Isn't it cute? And remember, the inside and the envelope. I hope you've enjoyed this card today. The supplies that I use are all listed in the information section below so that you can go check it out and order what you don't have. This set is just too cute. You have got to get it. Thanks for visiting me today. Have a great day.